Hi, my name is Janet, and I met Beth about a year ago. And when we started working together on the reconnective healing, I wanted to make sure before we did that I really had the trust in her that she really was connecting with the divine, that it was a true healing that would be taking place. And so after getting to know her for about 5-6 weeks, I could just see her light, and I absolutely trusted that connection. So we began the reconstructive healing experience, and my first goal was to lower my blood pressure, because for about 4 years it had been creeping up to a point where it was 140, 145 over the low 90s. So both numbers, high and low, were too high. So I worked with her in the end of May. And 3 weeks later, in mid-June, my blood pressure, when I measured it, was now 130 over 86, 129 over 86 actually. And so I really liked the fact that we were progressing nicely on that. And do you know, by the end of the year, so about 7 or 8 months later, my blood pressure measured at 118 over 76. In fact, this morning, almost a year later, 10, 11 months later, it was 120 over 77. So I'm delighted I've been able to not be on medication, which was my goal. My doctor wanted to put me on it for blood pressure, and now I'm fine. I don't need it. So Beth began to work with me on my spiritual DNA. And while I didn't feel anything particularly big during the actual session, what I noticed is in the weeks and now months that have followed through, that I was experiencing so much more in terms of courage, connection, inspiration. I was beginning to see a lot more synchronicities, and I think Beth calls it having more conscious awareness. So I am much stronger on my path, much more focused on my path, and I'm very grateful that the work that I've done with Beth, including, by the way, her shamanic journeys and shamanic ceremonies, which have all, again, helped me to express who I really am as a divine being. I'm very grateful for Beth and her commitment to healing and to bringing us into the light. Thank you, Beth.